Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are live a little bit earlier to what we normally are on a Tuesday, and that is because, of course, the Halloween Part 2 event has started. Yesterday was a little bit of a write-off. We had a terrible day with the weather, but today seems a lot better. So we've set out a little bit earlier today to try and get ourselves some decent spawns and some decent chances of getting these Halloween costume Pokemon. And talking of Halloween costume Pokemon, there is a Gengar raid. We're going to head to that actually. I've just noticed that on the nearby there. So there is a Gengar raid. So we're going to head to that. Hey Zoe, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. So yeah, Gengar raid coming in. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm very good. Right, so we've got a couple of tasks here where we can win free Dynamax Drober. But we can win free raids and we can also evolve free Pokemon. We've got a couple of those tasks. So we've also got Teddy Ursa there. Nice little new costume Pokemon for Halloween. I have had some very good luck with costumes. So age 0 to 1 and shiny. And as you can see, we've ended up with 9 shinies so far. Venipede was just before the Halloween Part 2 event started, so we can't really count that. But Halloween Part 2, we've had Froakie, we've had Noibat, we've had Pikachu, we've had another Noibat, we've had Gengar on a raid this morning, which is terrible IVs. We then had Pumpkaboo, Teddy Ursa, and another Teddy Ursa. So very, very nice shinies. And the Noibat shiny, in fact, was a 3-star 4-star, a very, very good one at that as well. So that Noibat was a 93, very, very good. I got the Teddy, stole it from him. Oh, but my brilliant. It's always good stealing shinies. That's what they're there for. If they're not on your account, they need to be. Ult is lacking these events, yeah, definitely. It's one of those. It's one of those things where you either get loads of shinies on these sort of events, or you end up getting hardly any. You know, even though the Teddy Ursa and Noibat are boosted, some people still seem to really, really struggle with them. Yeah, see, the last event I didn't get too many shinies. The Halloween Part 1, I didn't get many shinies, but this event, it's just been popping off for me, which I don't mind because I much prefer the costume shinies over what we had last event. Yeah, maybe I've stolen your luck, yeah, definitely. So let's evolve some of these Pokemon. Now, evolve free Pokemon is also, I think that's a Noibat and Teddy Ursa quest. So we may end up getting a decent IV shiny of one of those from the research. We'll just evolve 3 random Pokemon that are all 0-star, 1-star, 2-star that we've kept. For now, anyway. We'll evolve those and then bin them for his task. And then, like I say, we're heading towards a Gengar raid. And now, before we do this Gengar raid, it's probably best to just check these stops around here. Because where I am, I haven't yet been today. So some of these tasks might be win-free raids, which of course is Spiritomb. And we'd love to get a Spiritomb on the live stream, especially if Rev is in the chat somewhere or at some point. If he's not in the chat at the moment, we could always stack it as well. So he's in the chat when we do encounter it. So yeah, annoyingly, the clocks have changed in the UK. You got Antiques form yet? I've got one Antique form, Sinistea, in the wild. Really, really nice find. But yeah, I'm hoping to get some more tonight. There is a win-free raids. We've dropped on there. Let's see what these other quests are. Evolve 3 Pokemon. Let's quickly do that again. Like I say, that is actually quite a decent task. Oh, I don't think it's given too much rain here. I'm hoping the rain stays off. There's not many clouds in the sky, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. But we haven't had much rain here all day today, so fingers crossed that that stays off. But yeah, I know, annoyingly, there isn't a quick way of working out whether you've got an antique search string. I was hoping that you could just type in antique or something like that, and it will come up with a search string for antique form Sinistea. Hey, how are you? Daffyd, is that pronounced right? Let me know if that's pronounced right. Yeah, so I was hoping that was a search string for Sinistea with the antique form. You're the best. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I've been lucky with the weather today. Yesterday was terrible, but today was definitely better. 551 on Teddy here, so let's see. It is not correct. Sorry. I do apologise if I've tried to pronounce your name and I've got it wrong, as always. I'm terrible with names. Try and pronounce them. Yeah, so if you organise, the easiest way I've found to see if you can get a antique Sinistea, which I'll show you in a minute as well, just before the spotlight hour starts. But the easiest way to know if you've got an antique Sinistea is to organise it by number, and then from there flip it on its head. So I'll show you that now, in fact, while I'm on about it. So if you go into your Pokemon, type in Sinistea at the top, and then if you flip it by number, so it's going up the arrow instead of down, all your antique forms will automatically appear at the top. So your antique, I've only got one, and then the rest of them will be the phony one. So the antiques will appear on the top if you sort the number and then flip it. So at the end of spotlight hour or halfway through, we can just, if we need to clear out some storage space, we can just do that quickly and then bin the ones that we know aren't antiques. I'm hoping that we pick up a few antiques. I'm hoping that we get a few in the hour. Yeah, it will be good for quick catching, yeah, just so you can quickly check. Brilliant, thank you very much for your like, much appreciated. So yeah, we're all going to jump in this Gengar raid in just a second. Let's just quickly evolve 2 more Pokemon to clear out these. Don't want to evolve a Noibat. Let's evolve that. They'll do it for a mouse. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we will get a Tandem Mouse spotlight hour at some point. And then we can just get loads of candy, because that's one thing. It's hard enough trying to get the free family evolution. I've never had it myself. But trying to get the candy for it is just a nightmare. I don't think we've ever had like an increased chance of Tandem Mouse candy or anything like that. I know every time I encounter them from a party, I just keep on pine-nabbing them. Right, I'll bin that one. So let's quickly check this. We've got a Noibat 274. Is that good? Yeah, Pokemon's awesome. No, terrible. Terrible. For some reason I thought that was good. It wasn't. 5 great curveball throws in a row. Oh, well, that's going to be nice, isn't it? Shall we keep that? Shall we burn it? Let's see how these go. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, why was that not excellent? God damn it. We messed that up, didn't we? Yeah, I probably messed it up. I'll probably bin that task. It's doing me head in already. but we may get it on Gengar. Right, so Gengar raid coming up. I have already got this shiny Gengar. I got it earlier on today, and I also got it last year. It was last year's costume. For those who missed out on last year, it's a really, really good chance to get a costume Gengar. And I'm hoping we start getting other... You getting a bike for 200 kilometers? No, I'm doing it all by foot, unfortunately. But I think, you know, I'm still putting a fair bit of effort in. I'm still, you know, unfortunately, I work behind a desk all day. So I only really have like the hours from like 5 till 8, 9 to actually start walking around. And then I've got to do like admin stuff as well for the community ambassador role and stuff like that that I'm within. So, yeah, it does take up a bit of time doing all that stuff. So yeah, it doesn't leave many hours in the day for walking around, but I'm still trying to get around about 10 kilometers each day. I've actually already done 10 kilometers today. So anything I'm doing now is extra. Initially, I was hoping to get that 200 kilometers done in 20 days. So of course, averaging 10 kilometers a day. But I think we'll probably be able to do that in about 15 days. Might have shortened that down a bit, but we'll stick to it for now. You never know, it might be completely terrible weather over a weekend and I won't be able to walk anywhere, but hopefully that's not the case. Because of course at the weekend we have got Gigantamax Garbodor as well. That's going to be quite a nice Gigantamax max battle day. So I'm looking forward to that. And again, if anybody's on level 71 and is trying to level up to 72, i.e. get 1,000,000 Stardust, which is one of the tasks, Garbodor max battle day is going to be really, really helpful for you because each Gigantamax battle you do gives you 25,000 Stardust. And of course, if you put a star piece on, it will give you 37.5k Stardust per max battle. So loads of Stardust up for grabs at the weekend with Garbodor. So Gengar is down and out. I believe a hundo for Gengar is 1644. I'm saying that as if I don't know, but I think I know. 1644, I believe, is a hundo for Gengar. So let's see if we get a shiny. It's not a hundo, but no shiny either. 30 CP off a hundo. We did get an excellent throw though. That's not bad. That's terrible thrower. That's that streak broken. And there we go. Shit. No, not quite shiny. You can barely tell with Gengar. I think we've actually improved the shiny looks of Gengar and Slowpoke in Legends ZA from what screenshot I've seen. I've not got the game yet on Nintendo Switch, but from what screenshots I've seen, they've actually increased the shiny, like made it better, should I say. So yeah, it's more obvious. So I think Gengar goes a little bit darker to what we're normally used to, where it's just that off purple. And Slowpoke is like vastly changed. It's gone like to a purple colour instead of a lighter pink, which is it's quite nice. It makes it easier to see it. But wonder if they redesign a Slowpoke more purple. Yeah, exactly. So I do wonder whether they'll add that redesign in Pokemon Go and we'll have it changed on all those. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but it will be interesting to see what we do with that. Because that is now the shiny of Slowpoke in one of the games, but then in the other games it's different, which doesn't make much sense. I think Slowpoke was always one of those annoying ones where on those sort of games, I know on the other Switch game that came out last year, there was really, really annoying to try and shiny hunt Slowpoke because when it was like a mass outbreak, you couldn't even tell what was shiny and what wasn't. Yeah, no worries. Thanks very much for joining. I do appreciate it. And thanks for your like as well. Right, I'm not doing this great throws because I can't do it. Not with these spawns. I'm giving in. Excellent throw, we can do that one. Not quite. See you later, thanks so much. Right, let's do full baby. Excellent throw on full baby. There we go. Right, so power up Pokemon 10 times. That's another easy one to do. Again, lucky. And let's just scroll down. And there's a Ghastly. Don't mind powering that up. Roughly about there. No, 9. Just completely guessed at what was 10 times there, but not far off. There we go. Ooh, huge. Hey, thanks so much for joining. How are you today? Huge Sinistea. That's a nice spawn. Oh, it's a shame it wasn't antique. But still, we'll keep it for now. Just mark up that it's extra large so I know why I've actually started. Nearly 6. Yeah, I've got 20 minutes left until the spotlight hour starts. I think you're very good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And to be honest, these bots. To be honest, I think tomorrow might be the day we get 1 billion XP. It might very well be tomorrow. Now just bear with me because I cannot see where I'm going at the moment. It's gone very dark very quickly and I can't see it. So yeah, tomorrow might be the day we get 1 billion XP, or it may be like a Thursday. It's definitely going to happen this week, I believe, because we've got, what are we on now? We're on 998.5, give or take. And I am going to try and get it clean numbers because I think that will look amazing if we get it clean numbers. So we're going to try for clean numbers, and I'm also going to try and do it on a Mega Gengar or a Costume Gengar raid. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I hate when the clocks change. It proper makes me grumpy. When the clocks change at winter time, I just get really grumpy because you finish work, you get home, it's dark. It's like, I can't do anything. It's just like, you know, it messes everything up. Even like the raid hour route or the spotlight hour route that I want to do. It's just like, I can't even do that now. Because it's all in pitch black dark with no street lights. So it's like, can't walk on roads with no street lights. Less people I bump into. Yeah, true. There is that. There's definitely a lot less people out and about now than what there normally is. So some of these costume Pokemon I'm probably not going to catch. I'm just going to shiny check for the next 20 minutes because if I catch him then I'll lose a Sinistea spawn when it changes. So I'm just going to shiny check now for a bit. But we have got a 3-star raid hatching here in 22 seconds, sorry. Which is perfect timing, especially if it's a Gengar. But I am heading to that other Gengar, which is down there. Probably just about to see it. That little guy there. I'm heading to him. I don't think he knows it yet, but he's going to get battered by a Mewtwo. he says, having to revive all his Mewtwo's. Drifblim, we don't want Drifblim. Drifblim can go away. You play anything else? I play quite a few other games. I play mainly on PlayStation 5 if I'm playing anything else. But yeah, I've got Rocket League. I've got just brought a new EAFC, which I keep calling FIFA. It will always be FIFA in my opinion. It won't ever be known as EAFC or whatever it's called now. It's FIFA. So yeah, I've brought a new FIFA recently. And the only thing I really play on that is Pro Clubs. So yeah, FIFA, Rocket League. Used to play a bit of Fortnite. Don't really play that anymore now. And then I quite fancy getting Football Manager this year because I know we've done a lot of changes and it's been years since I've had that, so I'm half interested in getting that, but it's just whether I've got time. Spin. It will always be FIFA. I've been told FIFA making their own game now. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard FIFA are trying to team up with other apologies when there's loud tractors going by. But yeah, I've heard that FIFA are trying to team up with other companies to try and make their own rival game. But I think that's going to be years until that comes out. And by then, it's just going to be, like Pro Evo, which of course is now called eFootball or whatever it's called. But yeah, it's going to be like that, isn't it? It's going to be terrible. Froakie one I'm looking for. Yeah, Froakie's nice shiny. But I do like with all these costumes now, except for the likes of Pikachu. But with all the costumes now, you can actually evolve them. So you can have a Froakie, a Frogadier, and also a Greninja, all with a costume, which is going to be really cool, especially when Greninja has a Mega Evolution coming out of the game. Obviously, when it Megas, it loses its costume, which is annoying, but still, it's nice to have a decent, shiny Froakie with a costume that you can also Mega Evolve. It's just another little brag in it when it's got a costume and you can actually use it. Yeah, it's really annoying. I've always found it annoying because of obviously Gengar's got so many costumes in the game now. He must have about 4 or 5 costumes in the game, Gengar. So I've always found it annoying that the costumes don't carry over onto the Megas and also the Gigantamax. But I completely understand it, really. It's more designing they've got to do, I suppose, isn't it? Same with Pikachu, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the annoying thing with Pikachu is that it can't evolve. There's only a couple of costume Pikachus that actually can evolve into Raichu. There's not many, but there's only a couple. So yeah, again, it's super annoying. Super annoying that they don't all evolve. But I think Raichu with a couple of costumes would look really nice. And also with Raichu getting new Megas coming out, it's rumoured to have a, I think is it X and Y or Y and Z or something like that, Megas. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, how that gets released. And it's also going to be interesting how good of an electric type that's going to be, because when you think of the electric types in Pokemon Go, yeah, exactly, it does. But yeah, when you think about the electric types in Pokemon Go, you've sort of got Shadow Raikou sat at the top. You've got Zekrom up there somewhere still with Fusion Bolt. But then after that, you know, if you talk about mega electric types, they're all pretty terrible. You've got Mega Ampharos, Mega Mayonetric. Is there another Mega Electric? There's not many, and they're pretty terrible. But Mega Raichu might actually be better than Mega Ampharos. I'm not sure. Depends what this X and Y actually does, I suppose. Nice little Mega Gengar up there. I think I can solo Mega Gengar, but I'm sure I've done that in the past. Maybe in certain weathers. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah. Now, I have heard a lot of reports as well, because obviously Gengar is out on level 3 raids, which is what we're doing again now. But Gengar with a costume is in level 3 raids, and obviously Mega Gengar is on Mega raids, as you've just seen on me nearby. And I've heard a lot of reports that when you defeat a Mega Gengar raid, you actually encounter a Gengar with a costume. Now, whether that's something we're going to fix, whether that's something that's going to be a permanent thing during this event, I'm not too sure. But a lot of people are reporting that when we defeat a Mega Gengar raid, they get a Gengar with a costume on it. So, again, might be a nice way of getting a costume Gengar, especially when Mega raids give you more XP as well. So it's sort of additional XP, and you get the same reward for it at the end of it. Danzo, do you want to do it? Best thing, I only have 10 minutes. Yes, I will do it in a second. I will put my luck egg on in after this raid, and I will do it. So yeah. I'm happy you've joined the live, because I was hoping you were going to. But yeah, I'll jump straight after this raid. Darkrai, I'll do it. And we will get best friends and level up. And you never know, we might go lucky very quickly after that. Seem to be going lucky friends with loads of people at the moment. That level, I think once you get to level 70, you have an increased chance of getting lucky friends. And it definitely is increased, because I'm seemingly getting a new lucky friend pretty much every day. Dan's gift, please. I'm in a raid. Yeah, I will do. No worries at all. Right, come on, Gengar. 1644 is what we want. Oh, no, that's in the 1500s. That is not nice. That is not nice at all. Not a shiny either. Terrible. Terrible Gengar. Bad Gengar. There we go. Right, so Lucky Egg is going to go on, and we are going to level up best friends with Darkrai Lover. Are you ready now, Darkrai Lover? Looks like I'm giving you a company today. Yeah, that's it now. You're here to stay. Darkrai Lover is on. Right, let's do it. Let's go for it. Best friends incoming. Boom. There we go. Have one from a big yellow digger factory. 300,000. Let's go. That has definitely taken us up to closer to a bill now. Whoop whoop. Give me company. Let's go, best friend. Right, so Sir Uri wanted a gift as well. I will give you a gift in just a moment. Let's do that now. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? So many people with S. There we go. You can also have one from a big yellow digger factory. Teddy? No. Teddy? No. Stanley? No. All these I'm checking are shiny boosted, hence why I'm checking them. I wouldn't also mind a shiny Rowlet, to be honest. But like I mentioned before, I'm only just checking these shinies because I don't want it to affect the Sinistea spawns by catching them all. So I am only just going to check them for now. And then when the Sinistea start popping, we will head up, back up the same way, back up the same direction, and we will get all the Sinesteas and hopefully get some antique ones as well as drop on a shiny or two. So I've got to be really, really careful here because I've got a lot of Ultra Friends and I don't want to go over 1 billion. Now, I don't think opening 2 of them is going to make me go over 1 billion. But let's just check now before we go too far, because I don't want to accidentally go over 1 billion when I'm trying to get clean numbers. That would be terrible. Yeah, capped at 1 billion. Right, okay, we're just over into, we've got 1 million left to go effectively. So we can open up a couple more friendships. Friend level 3. Don't think we've got any more best friends going, which is good. But friend level 2, we've got 2 more going. So that'll be another 300,000. Boom. I don't know why I keep smiling every single time I get a friendship. My God. Go listen while I ground spotlight out to give us both company to myself. Yeah. Myself. Yo, boy. Yo. How are you? Thanks so much for joining. So, XP, let's have a quick look. Ooh, 9993. We are getting close. We are getting close to 1 billion XP. We should hit that tomorrow, I believe. Should stop at 99999. Oh, that should be a pretty cool screenshot. Although, it would be terrible to try and get to 1 billion after that. Should we get contract papers? You got papers, I got the green. Right, let's claim those particles. Let's do it. Right, what we've got here on the encounters as well, because we've got this lead up research to Gigantamax Garbodor weekend, so we just need to win max battles effectively. That gives us 1,500 max particles, which I'm not going to claim until Saturday, because of course I only want to use those max particles on Garbodor. So that'll just allow us to do nearly 2 for free. Right, so hopefully, let's put this Daily Incense on. We'll also, what typing is Sinistea? It's just a ghost. Okay, so we'll go Ghost and Mega Free. We will Mega Evolve a Gengar because it's the same typing as Sinistea. So therefore we'll Mega Evolve that, we'll get additional candy and also additional XP. Gengar with his little legs. Put his little chicken legs at the back. So there we go, Sinistea is now appearing. Are we going to get a shiny, do you reckon? Do you reckon we're going to get a shiny Sinistea this evening? Let me know in the comments. And again, if we do, then you can nickname it. If you're watching and you want to comment a nickname for a shiny Sinistea when we get it, then think of one now, and when we get one, it'll be a case of commenting it down below, your favourite funny nickname for a shiny Sinistea. And I will choose the funniest and it will be nicknamed permanently in my account forever. Full odd shiny rate, yes, 1 in 512. I believe it might be boosted on 1-star raids. Pinky. Like the British way of drinking tea. Keep your pinky little finger out as you're drinking. Oh, I say, lovely cup of tea. That's the point. I got her. Right, so that is a terrible task. We're going to get rid of that. Right, so torch is going on because we are going to investigate what is up here. And to do that, I need the torch because it is pitch black dark. So you may only see my face illuminated partly while we're going up here because it is pitch black dark where I'm going. But the spawns are normally really good, so hoping that's still the case. And I think with it being Sinistea, I think we might use Palkia's spatial rend. So let's use that for the next 40, 50 minutes. And that will just allow us to get some more Sinesteas that are appearing further out. So that will bring the spawn circle further out and we'll be able to get more Sinesteas, meaning more Sinesteas, more chance of a shiny, hopefully. That's the aim of the game. Now this might be an absolute pain to try and quick catch tonight. I'm not too sure how it's going to go. But we're going to try it with just normal Pokeballs and see how many we can quick catch and if we stay in the ball. Kabuto. A random task. I was expecting an event task, but obviously not. Need to take Doggo out. Yeah, that's fine. You're just going to miss like 3 shinies. But yeah, it's fine. Come on, Sinistea, stay in the ball. Let's swap to Great Balls and see what we can find. tiny Sinistea. That's a nice little one. With all 3 Pokemon, is that task there? Could do with doing that at some stage. That'll be the Teddy Ursa or Noibat, the new costume Pokemon. Of course, them are ones that are also boosted shinies this event. So I believe 1 in 64 to 1 in 128 for those, whereas all your costume shinies are full odds. Couple of Sinesteas really far out now when we get up to the top end of this, what used to be a disused quarry. It's now a nature reserve. So most of these Pokemon stops, as you can see around here, are actually information signs for what is now a nature reserve. Hey, thanks so much for joining. Hopefully you're having a good day. 0-star, 1-star, 2-star. Let's evolve some Pokemon to get this task done. So this will be the evolve 3 Pokemon. This, like I mentioned before, this will be either Teddy Ursa or Noibat. Shiny boosted odds for those during this event with their new costumes. Both of them look really, really cool. And obviously both of them have a green shiny as well, which is so cool. Really do like the shinies that change a lot like they do. And of course, both of them can be evolved as well with their costumes. A lot of the times in the past, we've had costume releases where you cannot actually evolve a Pokemon. WSM, I need gifts. Send me a gift. I need. Right, okay, no worries. I'll send you a gift in just a second. Let's do that now. There you go. There is a gift. You're welcome. I've also got a Continental Scatterball from you, of which I believe I'm going to evolve that now, just to get that final evolution done for that task. So let's claim that. It is a Noibat. It's 271, which isn't terrible, but isn't brilliant. We're going to jump in and do this Drober really quickly now. Hopefully not having to Dynamax. That will slow us down a bit. And then we'll keep on catching these Sinesteas, hopefully getting a shiny one this hour. Of course, Sinistea, brand new shiny release, remember, as of Halloween Part 1 last week. And as I mentioned before, full odd shiny rate in the wild. I believe it's boosted in raids, but I'm not totally convinced. And of course, the new Pokemon Poltergeist is also in raids. Christian is in the chat. Thanks so much for joining. Again, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also like the video as well. But I may be doing level 5 at some stage. Level 5 is obviously Giratina at the moment. And it is the altered form Giratina, so the one that's standing upright on its legs. And then we get the origin form Giratina tomorrow. Where are all the spawns? There's one outside the house. He should be there. Or maybe it's in a period of refresh. Noibat sticker, bro. Open your gift. I'll open my gift in just a moment. Getting bombarded with gifts now. You must open it now. Huge Sinistea. So yeah, if the spawns aren't really appearing, then you can refresh the game. Hopefully they'll appear then. If not, just wait a couple of minutes and hopefully it might just be the fact that it's in the middle of a spawn refresh in that area. Because around about every 20 minutes we do get new spawns appearing. It could just be within that moment. Must open. 2 seconds. Let me just catch these Sinesteas around here. And also let me just turn my torch off. Right, so I'm also going to follow a route as well now. Let's check that Sinistea. No shiny. And this is what happens. You get forced or get told to open a gift. The Francis doesn't open. WSM, there we go. No bite sticker! Thank you, Joe. Have you got a task to send gifts or something? Is that the reason why you want me to open them? Or you want a certain task where you've got to send gifts? Look at my level. Level 39, nice one. Very, very nice. Yeah, they may appear in about 2 or 3 minutes time. They normally appear loads. So I'd be surprised if they aren't appearing at all. So, as always with Spotlight Hour, we also get an additional bonus. Tonight is no different. We get 2 times catch candy, which means for Sinistea, every single time we catch one, we get loads of candy. Because remember, the Halloween pass, if you brought that or you're so far through it on the free version, gives you so many additional candy anyway. Then we've got 2 times that as well. And then plus we have the Mega Evolution, so we're getting 11 candy per Sinistea, which is really, really good, especially when, for the antique form especially, Sinistea costs 400 candy to evolve, and that is mainly the one that you want to try and evolve, the one that you want to try and get a hold of, if you can, if you're lucky enough to find one. Need to send 40 gifts with 3 stickers and get 4 hearts. Ah, right, okay. I'm with you. That's fair play. Yeah, I don't mind helping you out with that challenge. I'll try to remember to open your gift daily for that reason. Oh, awesome. Ah, right, okay. That makes sense as to why you were like, open it now, open it. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad you managed to do that task anyway. Where is this pink shiny teacup? We want it, but I don't know if it's going to appear or not. "15 minutes gone. Quarter of a way through the spotlight hour. So I'm not really trying overly hard to do excellent throws or anything like that today. Ooh, Articuno, 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 Articuno. Oh, it's not blue. That'd have been nice. That would have been nice. It's an excellent throw, though. Yes, we only used a great ball, but it's an excellent throw. It's giving us a second go. Shall we use an ultra? That was a terrible throw. And that was a terrible throw as well. And it's broke out again, and it's gone. Not surprised, really, at CP. It's quite a high CP, that one. 1700s. But it was nice seeing a glowing bird. We've not seen one for a while. I'm mad right now. Is a swablu. That stupid bird took 20 to my life. Yeah, I don't know if you get the best of things out of that. At least swablu mega evolves, if it's a good one. You've got Altaria, which mega evolves. You know, I'm clutching at straws right now, but you know, think of the positives. It's a mega evolution Pokemon. I'm really clutching at straws with that one. Yeah, that's not bad. Ultra Balls always come in handy. Could do getting more Ultra Balls myself, to be honest. Could do with getting more Pokeballs in general. I'm quickly running out, especially with all these Sinesteas. Oh, well, that's brilliant. So clear out of storage. So we need to go 0-star, 1-star, 2-star. We need to go Sinistea. And we need to organise them via number. Antique forms up here at the top. We haven't got any. So let's select all those except that antique. And we're going to chuck them all in a bin. So that is the quickest way to get rid of antique. Quickest way to get rid of Sinesteas and not get rid of your antiques. Organise them by number. Switch it round so the antiques appear at the top. And you can delete everything else below it. So straight away another 100 spaces. Means we can crack on and try and get this shiny. I know last week was Ghastly Spotlight Hour. And I know I was a little bit late on starting that Spotlight Hour live stream. Around about 6:05 we went out and we started that live stream, but we did miss out on shiny Ghastly. So I'm hoping that our misfortune last week has carried over into this week and we'll be able to get some luck. I'm hoping. And to be honest, we've been quite lucky so far in this event with the Halloween Part 2, so I'm hoping that that continues during the Spotlight Hour. Because Sinistea is definitely one that I want to try and get shiny during this Halloween Part 2 event, and this is the best time to do it. Because although it's spawning after this Spotlight Hour still, for the remainder of a Halloween event, it's not going to be spawning at these sorts of rates. So definitely the best time to get a shiny Sinistea is now. And that is what we're going to try and do. I wonder what the odds are of getting a shiny Sinistea and it being an antique form. That must be crazy odds. It's 1 in 512 for a shiny Sinistea. And then I'm not sure what the antique form odds are, but Definitely seems to be 1 in 100 chance, or maybe even higher. I've only ever had one antique Sinistea. So yeah, it would be absolutely crazy if you managed to get a shiny antique form. Of course, that'll be the main aim of most people. But I'm quite happy just to get a shiny Sinistea nonetheless. Now, what quests have we got? We've got all the free Pokemon again at some stage. Not a massive rush to do that now, but it will be nice to get it done at some stage. Now, we have walked off the beaten track of our route, but we will go back to the end in just a second. We're just going a long way around. Means we get more spawns that we wouldn't otherwise get by going this way. Hate when I just click a bit too high up. Just click a bit too high up to get that run button on the quick catch, and we just keep hitting that notification bar. Right, so let's see if we can quickly evolve 3 Pokemon. So phony form Sinistea. And as you can see, we're already up to 3,000 candies for Sinistea now, which is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But let's evolve 3 phony ones to get that evolve 3 Pokemon task done. For the time being, we can turn that torch off again. Just save a little bit on the battery. I know you can get that as a new avatar hat, I believe. The Poltergeist hat. Looks really, really weird. So we go, that should be that task done there. It is. There's a Teddiursa. We'll catch that later. Power Pokemon 10 times. We've also got a Zygarde cell flashing away at us there. Get on in just a second. There we go. We must be nearly maxed out on Zygarde cells. We must be close to 300 again now. We maxed out previously, and then we had to evolve our Zygarde into the complete form to use some of those cells, so that we can start collecting it again. Because 300 is a max for Zygarde cells only. After you get to that point, you can still collect them, but we don't go anywhere, they just disappear. Because the box can only actually hold on to, the Zygarde cell box can actually only hold on to, or the cube or whatever it's called, it can only hold on to 300. So once you get over 300, you just can't add any more to that, which is super frustrating. There is a route. Whoop whoop, shiny. No way, Sir Ui's got a shiny. He's beat us to it. I still haven't got one yet. Annoyingly. I still haven't found a shiny as of yet. How many times have I clicked on that Mega Gango? I've tried to click on something. Seems to be too many. So a couple of Sinesteas around here, and then we'll walk back up the other direction, so we'll do a bit of a U-turn on ourselves. But there's a couple more Sinesteas down here. So just a little bit further, we'll probably get in line with where those stops are, where you've got the two stops there, and then we'll turn back around. There seems to be quite a few things spawning on that next road across that we can reach with the spatial rend. Again, another reason why I'm using it this evening. Chimecho. Nice little spawn if you wanted Stardust. You get 1,000 Stardust per Chimecho. So it is a nice little Stardust spawn. We've got another power up Pokemon 10 times. We'll do that in just a second. Froakie out on the far right. So let's start walking back on ourselves now. There's one just appeared there. So from that point onwards, we pretty much covered it on the way up. Obviously anything else down there would be new spawns, but we're going to head to a bit of a more newer spot that we know we haven't checked yet, just in case some of these down here are a mixture of old spawns and new spawns that we've checked and some that we haven't. We'll probably have a better chance at going somewhere that's completely new to us during this hour. So let's quickly check to see if we have managed to get any antique form Sinistea. So let's go Sinistea on the search and we'll change it by a number. And we have managed to get another antique form. Let's go, 400 candies to evolve. And it's a really, really good one. We've got a 93 antique Sinistea. That is super, super cool. So we'll call that antique. And 93. Let's go. That is super cool. I'm really happy about that. Nipped in to say shiny. You didn't get another one, did you? You haven't got two now. That is crazy if you've managed to get two. So yeah, I'm super happy about that. Sinistea. There we go. Is that one antique? No. So anything from there downwards is antique. So yeah, we've got a couple of antiques so far. So let's go. I'm quite happy about that. Excellent throw as well. Still, storage is full. Terrible, terrible, terrible situation to be in. We could just use that search term that we had before, in fact. So Sinistea there. Do top down and do 0 star, 1 star, 2 star on that search. There we go. And we can literally select all, not that antique one, not get rid of any extra large or extra small, and there we go. Where are you at? What time is it there? So it's currently 6:30 in the evening, and yes, I am in England, yeah. So yeah, we're just halfway into the spotlight hour now. So we were going to do that power up 10 Pokemon, so let's type in Lucky and could have done Sparse. Let's find something where we can just power up quite cheaply. Tinkertink, no. Pulmo. Something perhaps a little bit cheaper. There we go, that won't be too much. Power up 10 times. So Luckies are always cheaper to power up, hence why I always choose them to do the power up tasks. And obviously we're just trying to rattle through those 250 research tasks that we've got to do. So win 3 raids, even better. So that win 3 raids task is a Spiritomb. Of course, Spiritomb can only be found on tasks. Where in England exactly? So I'm from like the Midlands. So sort of in between the likes of Birmingham and Manchester. More set out in the countryside, as you can tell by the various footpath markers which are Pokestops around me. Got to be careful because there's so many twigs and branches that fell off the trees. I just keep tripping up over them. I'm looking down on my phone trying to catch Sinistea, and I'm going to end up flat on my face. What are lucky Pokemon exactly? So lucky Pokemon are Pokemon that you have obtained through trades, and you can have guaranteed lucky Pokemon because you can have a guaranteed lucky trade, and that is when you get to best friend level on your friendship with somebody, and if you keep interacting you have a chance of going lucky friends, and that means you get a chance of, or a guaranteed lucky Pokemon for the next trade. And basically lucky Pokemon, the minimum a lucky Pokemon can be is 12, 12, 12 on the stats. So unless you're seriously unlucky and you end up getting a 12, 12, 12, you'll pretty much get a 3-star Pokemon. So a lot of people do like shiny legendaries and stuff like that when we get a lucky trade to try and get a decent one, or even maybe a Shundo legendary, which is super cool to get in the game and obviously very, very useful. But the reason there's loads of Sinesteas about at the moment is that it is Sinistea Spotlight Hour. So every Tuesday, 6 PM till 7 PM, we have a Spotlight Hour. So that's 6 PM till 7 PM local time. So obviously differs where you are around the world. But yeah, 6 PM till 7 PM wherever you are in the world, on a Tuesday evening you'll get a Spotlight Hour. Tonight it features Sinistea, and we aren't getting increased shiny odds of Sinistea. Still full odds, 1 in 512 for the shiny tonight, but we do get increased spawn, so we can only hope that the shiny appears for us tonight. So far, no shiny. But we have got 23 minutes left, so hoping for that luck to change around. "74 kilometers walked out of 200. We're getting there. Good luck getting a few shiny Sinistea before the event is over. Thank you very much for that. I do hope we do. Yeah, there is loads of costume Pokemon as well during this Halloween Part 2 event on Pokemon Go. We've got Froakie wearing a hat, we've got Teddy Ursa wearing a hat, we've got the likes of Piplup and Pikachu wearing hats. We've also got Drifblim, Gengar, they're also wearing hats. So yeah, loads of costume Pokemon about at the moment in Pokemon Go, as always with Halloween Part 2. And that event, the Halloween Part 2 event, started yesterday, and I think it goes on until the end of a week. So there's loads of time to get a shiny of a couple of those. Yeah, I'd definitely do that. Yeah, most of them are spawning in the wild. Gengar and Drifblim are in raids. I think Piplup is in raids as well. But yeah, there's also Noibat. Noibat's got like a headband on, which is super cute. So yeah, there's a lot of costume Pokemon, and as you can see, I Rowlet as well. Do you collect Pokemon cards as well, or no? I do collect Pokemon cards, but mainly just Gengars. That's mainly the only Pokemon card I collect. But obviously, trying to get Gengars, I end up getting other ones as well, of course. Any shiny ones? Not as of yet, Emma, unfortunately. We have got a lot of spawns though. And we have managed to find another antique form, which is really good, and a really good IV antique form as well. 3-star antique form, which is Very, very cool. Definitely the antique form I'm probably going to end up evolving at some stage. So let's spin these stops. We'll also add on this gem here. We're not on this gem. Let's add a shiny Gimmighoul. Come on, shiny Sinistea, where are you? Are these Sinesteas even staying in a ball? They're not. See if we can use our few remaining great balls to catch a few of these. It's the only thing with Sinistea, it is quite annoying to catch. Doesn't like to stay in a Pokeball, which means you soon run out of great balls or ultra balls. Of course, you can feed it a berry if you want, and that will help the catch rate, especially the likes of golden raspberries. But it's very time consuming having to feed each and every one berries. I'd much rather just chuck a Pokemon and chuck a Pokeball and hope for the best. Come on, where is that pink teacup? We want that pink teacup. Quite a few more spawns up here. Have you ever leave like before? Yeah, so the quick catching method is something that's always been about in the game, really. And it is just a really, really quick way to catch, hence why it's called quick catch. It's not a guaranteed catch. They can still be there on the map. We might still run away. It's just the same odds of catching as any normal time. Hey, thanks so much for joining. Let me tell you something, don't laugh. So yeah, quick catching, it's a really easy thing to do once you get used to it. But basically, depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed, so with my left thumb here, there is my left thumb. With my left thumb, I click and hold on the berries. If you see in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the berries moving about. But I click on the screen and hold up, drag the berries upwards, and hold on the screen with my left thumb. With my right hand, I will now throw a ball, let go on both, tap on the screen, and run away. So that is the only way you'll get the run button actually appearing. And obviously, if you're left-handed, you can use your right hand to swipe up the Pokeballs on the bottom right hand corner, and you can throw that, which I can't throw with my left hand, but you get the idea. Pokeballs pop up, you run away. So yeah, you get the idea. We've got quite a few Sinesteas here that we haven't actually caught. But yeah, if you do need any additional help on how to quick catch, then I think there's also a tutorial video on my YouTube somewhere. It's in one of the sections. It may be in one of the how-to section. Hey, PokeTuber Karen, how are you? So I tried an Indian Aussie. Right. I don't know if trolling somebody is a funny thing to do, especially if it upsets them. But yeah, hopefully you're doing okay, PokeTuber Karen. Hopefully you're alright. Have you had Sinistea Spotlight Hour where you are? Just we are going to hit level 4 heart. Are we? Are we going to do that soon? Sinistea. Let me just delete these and then I'll be able to see the comments again. Apologies for this. No antique form other than that one. Oh, did we just do it? Did we just hit level 4 hearts? Oh, I do apologise if you missed on that. Hopefully you managed to look at it when it popped up. You've got Sinistea already. That is awesome. Didn't manage to get this during Halloween Part 1 myself, but I'm hoping that we can get one during tonight's Spotlight Hour, but it's not looking brilliant. I must admit, it's not looking brilliant. We're all going to head across this way, though. We've got 14 minutes left. Hopefully some last-minute luck. Very dark climate during winter. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. The clocks have changed. It's miserable. You get back from work and it's already dark. It's just horrible, isn't it? Can't do anything in this weather. The weather's cold. The nights are dark. It's just rubbish. I keep having to turn my torch on to see where I'm going. Yeah, exactly. 6 PM is like 11 PM at night during summer, yeah. I don't know why we need to change the clocks even more. You know, it already goes dark early enough. When it goes dark at like 7 o'clock, why change the clocks? It's just so annoying. Don't get why we still do that. Really, really annoying. Get it used to be a thing years ago, but we don't need to do it still now, do we? Don't see any point in changing the clocks. I think everybody just feels more miserable when it's darker sooner in the day. Yeah, my video is not very clear at all. So like my camera, it's very, very dark. It's just flashes of brightness when I click on a Pokemon. But yeah, it's rubbish. It's rubbish for doing stuff like this. Unless you've got like a front-facing camera light or something like that. Oh, is it like the whole screen recording is horrible? Like the whole gameplay and everything, is that what you mean? It's terrible. It's rubbish weather to do anything like this. We're going to try and stick with it. Got 10 more minutes left of the Spotlight Hour. I believe we still haven't found a shiny one of us yet. Clicked on so many. Still no shiny. Okay, I'm here with a Shundo look. Jonathan is here. Bring us that Shundo look, Jonathan. We need it. We've got no shiny look, let alone Shundo look. So we need the look. We desperately need the look. into the last 10 minutes of this spotlight hour, this very dark and dreary spotlight hour. Trying to work out where I'm going now because it's that dark. Literally walking through fields at the moment. So, as you can see, I'm literally walking through a park at the moment. And it is pitch black dark. I end up walking into some swings or something. If you see me just go like flying off the camera, that's what's happened. Don't worry though. I'm probably going like wee as I do it. Right, we are back onto the roadway. Somewhat. Right, so we'll go up to this top Pokestop up here, and then I'm hoping we've got enough time. Turn around, go back down. What's up? Angus is here. How are you, Angus? Hopefully you're doing okay, mate. Hopefully you're bringing some shiny luck for me. We still haven't got a shiny Sinistea yet. I'm hoping all you guys are bringing me shiny luck. We need it. How are you, Pink Tony Wannabe? Is there any more Sinesteas up this way? I don't think there is a... not going to be that many, that far out. Let's head back to Sportsfield where we normally